Hello, I'm Sami Zaidan. These are the latest headlines here in Al Jazeera. 2 Israeli soldiers have been killed close to the border with Gaza. Well, Israel is blaming Hamas for the killings, claiming it's accountable for any activity against Israel. Hamas says gunmen were trying to fight off an Israeli incursion into the Strip. Our correspondent, Shireen Tadros, is in Jerusalem.
This is the first time since at least a year now that an Israeli army soldier or officer has been killed in Gaza. The army has described it as certainly one of the fiercest days of clashes, of violence in the Gaza Strip since the end of the Gaza war in January 2009. And they say that they are holding Hamas solely accountable for maintaining peace and quiet in the Strip, whether they claim responsibility for this particular incident or not.
And Iraq's Prime Minister is refusing to accept election results which put his rival ahead of him. According to results released in the last few hours, Ayad Alawi has won 91 seats in comparison to Nur al-Maliki's 89. Well, the result still doesn't guarantee Alawi the top job, as our correspondent in Baghdad explains.
Even the front runner now has a very challenging process of pulling together a coalition. They have to reach 163 seats in Parliament to run a government. And as you can see, with 91 seats on the one hand and 89 seats on the other, both parties, both leading parties, are far from that figure.
The US and Russia have agreed an historic new nuclear arms treaty. The deal, called START, will see both countries limit the number of warheads they have by up to 30%. The US President Barack Obama hailed the agreement, saying it sets a positive example to the rest of the world on nuclear reduction. And the Vatican is hitting back at the media over claims the Pope failed to act against a priest who abused children in the US more than 20 years ago. In a Vatican newspaper, the allegations against the Pope are dismissed as ignoble attempts to smear him. Peter Jennings is the former press secretary to the Archbishop of Westminster. He says the Vatican is better at dealing with issues now as opposed to 20 years ago.
They didn't understand the gravity of them, I think. That's not to excuse anyone, but I think the things happen differently today, and I think the standards of today and the rigorousness of today, if put in the past, things would have been done differently.
And don't forget, you can watch all the stories we're following here by heading to our website, aljazeera.net/English. Just click on the Watch Now icon. Those are the headlines on Al Jazeera. I'm Sami Zaidan. Thanks for joining us.